Listen to this. That is my computer. Whatever, doesn't matter. Technology is still working. We can still see and hear everything. So I am grateful for that. But this last video of the day, I wanted to just share something with you. And it's really about this, right? It gives you this instant gratification. And you're like, oh my gosh, bing, bang, bing, 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 bing. Yeah, oh, it's almost like a drug every time you hear that little notification bar go off, and you're like, hey, oh, somebody likes me, somebody whatever. See, even that little notification thing just went off right on cue to tell me, oh my gosh, you have somebody who sent you something. Guys, we need to take back our dopamine triggers. Yes, please turn on the notification bell. Yes, please subscribe. If you think that me rambling and telling you about my life story is interesting, fine, great. But know when to unplug. There's a couple things that I want you to do right now. One, go into your browser settings if you're on a computer or if you're on your phone. Turn off tracking. Okay, you need to know what you're doing. Everyone doesn't need to know what you're doing. Okay, first thing you're gonna do that. If you're on like Mozilla, it's a lot easier to do than if you're using Chrome or even Safari. I use Firefox or Mozilla like pretty frequently, so I just turned off tracking on my browsers or whatever, and yes, the cookies make it, run more seamlessly, yada yada yada, but I feel like I don't know, I just feel more in control of what's going on, my dopamine triggers. So that's kind of an aside, but you have to do the same thing on Facebook. And on all of the platforms that you're on, because they literally run off the idea that the more dopamine that they give you, phone included, the more you're going to be on your device. And I noticed this in myself recently where I was like, and I'm sure we've all literally done this. I was sitting there and I was thinking about, okay, I have this phone, like I have access to anything on the internet, like what I want to look up. And the three things I wanted to do: Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Oh, and then I was like, 4, maybe YouTube. I was like, is there really nothing else on the internet besides these things? Okay, clearly there's a ton that's going on right now, and you can get a ton of information from other people and what's going on these platforms. But I had to take a real pause break because I kept on thinking, okay, what should I be doing? What should I be doing? My brain would just default to these platforms. That is not the normal state of things. I get it. We're living in a more modern age where everything is, click and available. I totally get that. But I'm even going to post this video on YouTube. So obviously I'm not like against any of these things, but be very clear that your dopamine triggers have to belong to you. If you're not the one pushing that button to say, okay, I'm engaged with what I'm viewing, and I can engage with it. Now it's been 3 minutes and 50 seconds. If you're still here and you're like, oh my God, it's been 3 minutes. This is way too long. You've already disengaged. Please consider whether or not your dopamine triggers and your 30-second videos and your 6-second this and your, 10-second Snapchats are actually shortening our attention spans, which some studies have shown that that's the case, and reducing our empathy for other people. If you can't listen to somebody for over 3 minutes, that is a thing to address in yourself. I'm not even going to say it's a problem, because you know what? Maybe they're just not that interesting, or maybe you just don't feel like listening. But it's a thing to address. with your own mind, like, are you the one deciding what is making you happy?